Good evening, everyone. I'm so glad that you're here this afternoon, this morning, and the evening. I'm really happy to present Ms. Ujkane Berisha Hana, who will be presenting some work that we've been doing in our school in Kosovo. We feel like we're ahead of the curve, and we hope that this will really help parents and children this summer reaching out for resources at specific grade levels so that students might be able to fill the gap that they've maybe experienced during this COVID time. Ms. Ujkane, thank you so much for your work today.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shannon. I'm happy to start this conversation with positive information that before we started talking about this and while I was preparing this program, there were few programs around the world that had something ready, and that we as teacher leaders, let's say, could at least take any example what other schools are doing. But just after 10 days, or let's say after we launched this program with our community, I came across other schools' programs and saw that we were doing something similar, something that I can be proud that we as a school here in Kosovo managed to do as well. So what I'm going to present today is basically summer support for students for reading and math. And to start with, I would like to say that in our school, the MAP team, we have gathered virtually many times to see what are the researches, what are the current researches that are showing what students can go through during summer loss in learning. So thinking only about this term summer loss in learning, we were thinking then and connecting it with COVID-19 school closure, let's say loss in learning, and comparing these two terms, we could see that now the loss in learning is much more. And even adding to that the summer that we are entering, it will be much more felt to the students. So having this in mind, we have tried to create a program that would give students some learning and some fun learning activities during summer, so that this loss will not be that big that then when we come back, in whatever way we will go back to school, will be difficult in a way to cover. So what are the researches, what the research indicates about summer loss in learning is that all young people experience learning losses when they do not engage in educational activities during summer. So if they don't engage in any way, they go through that learning loss experience. And then an average, students lost approximately 2.6 months of grade level equivalency in mathematics over summer. So they lose about 2.6 months of learning during summer if they don't engage. And some students can lose more than that, especially in reading. For example, when we are when we are looking at young learners who have already or just started to learn reading literacy. So if they are not engaged during summer, when they come back, it will feel like they are starting from the very beginning. So having all these things in mind, we as a team have created a goal where it would make students work about 15 to 20 minutes on skill-based activities during this time in order to keep sharp for upcoming school year. We tried to design a plan that will be engaging, it will be interesting, but also it will be fun for students to spend those minutes during summer time. So they are materials that will review actually things that and curriculum from the past school year, and have been pulled from our current reading and math series, so that they should be familiar to students and their parents as well when they start working with them during summer. The other goal is that this program should also limit the time teachers will need to spend when we come back with reviewing and reteaching. So this is a kind of very demanding and a very ambitious goal that we have set. But if we follow the program as we have designed, this will make it easier. So as I said, we have prepared two programs, one for reading and one for math. And both of them are based on students' grit scores that we have taken as a result of a spring session that we did during COVID time from map testing. So we have guided teachers, we have guided parents and also students to check their grit scores and Lexile level that they have taken as a result of their last reading test in map growth, the spring session, and based on that, to adapt their reading program. I'm going to show you an example how that looks later, but this is the starting point of our plan. So the reading plan was designed based on students' grit score and Lexile level. Also, in addition to that, we have tried to give students also access to some informational tags. And in order to do that, we have used ReadWorks because they have created packages for students starting from grade 1 to 12 that they can use for free during summer. And all that material is a combination of informational tags which cover social studies topics, they cover science topics as well, geography, history, even social emotional topics there that can in a way support reading literacy during this time, not only with novels or books, but also with informational tags. This package also has reading comprehension and has worksheets attached there to check the understanding of the vocabulary, of the concepts, and many more. In the reading program, we have also included Albanian books for each grade level. Also, this was carefully designed. We have tried to see what could be the book that students will find it interesting and important to read during summer. And to support that, we have asked students in a way to reflect. So each student will read the book and also will have to make a book report where they will need to write 10 key facts about the books. And then depending from their grade level, teachers have adapted this 10 key facts about the book report. Some of them have asked to write about characters, plot, setting, problem. But so depending from their grade level, these key facts have been adapted. Younger students have easier things, let's say, whereas older students have more, let's say, critical thinking questions that they will need to answer about those books. That was for reading. I'm going to walk you through one example later after I explain also the math action plan. Math action plan is as well based on students' grit scores. We have created our own system for that using Khan Academy, where teachers based on students' read scores, they had to prepare a plan for their students, which would be personalized, individualized for students, which means there is no one plan for all, but based on their results, based on their read scores, the plans should be adapted. It will be divided in 3 sessions. The first one is for June, the second one is for July, and the third one is for August. The results will be checked, and parents will be also informed, and students will be, in a way, briefed about their progress. In addition to that, as I said earlier, just after we have launched our program and informed teachers, parents, and students, we have seen that Khan Academy have come with a Camp Khan program review for math. And we will see this also as another alternative for our math program, because it is in line with our vision that we also had. So that's another beautiful addition to that. Now I'm going to walk you through that example. And it is, so this is how it looks. Summer reading by Lexile. We have attached here the table, which explains for each grade level the read scores and the equivalence with Lexile range. And based on this range, we have also adapted their reading plan. So if we go down here, so this is the example for grade 5, actually for students of grade 4, which means that they will be entering grade 5. And we have divided the plan here in 3 sections. We have called students who are, let's say, at the beginning, they have the, I wouldn't say the minimum, but lower Lexile level. For their grade level, we have called them starters. And then those who are, let's say, in the middle, we have called them movers. And those who are on the grade level, Lexile level, we have called them flyers. And then based on this Lexile range, we have also found the books that would meet their let's say, language needs for that time, but also while reading these books and working on them will help them improve. What is interesting that we had questioned from students, let's say, okay, teacher, if I am a starter and I read these 3 books, is that all? Or I can move and read also books from the other section. So absolutely, this was the whole idea, that they can continue reading books from other sections here, and even improve more and more. So that's why when the plan was sent, it wasn't sent only, let's say, for individual student and say, you have to read these 3 books, you have to do this and that. But it was sent as a whole, because in this way they can see and they can even use more opportunities to advance their reading literacy. Down here we have attached summer reading package. So yeah, they will just have to click here and they will find the package there. Then all the students are asked to do the digital book report, and we have created the PowerPoint with we have created the guide first, digital Google slide book report, where we have specified for each book the deadlines, and then the process. of the Google slide presentation. And as well here, they can go and just click there and they will find the presentation where they will need to put the information for the books that they have to read. So this we are hoping to be a helpful way for students, not only to read, but also to have a chance to go back and reflect on what they've read, and then to be in touch with their homeroom teachers and get a kind of feedback of their work. So as soon as they finish the first book, they will send it to their teacher. The teacher will approve, give feedback, and then based on that feedback, they will move to work on the second book, which probably will be more advanced, more complex. And then when they move to the third book, it will be even much better. So we are trying to see progression from the first book to the last book during the summer. And yeah, so because it is a different year, it is a different summer, we have tried to give as much guidance as possible so that nobody will be misled or misunderstood when they go and read the process. We wanted to give something ready, something that can be followed easily and can be used easily. So this is for reading. Then for Albanian, as you can see here, so one thing I forgot to mention is that the books that are chosen, we have attached here the link where students can go and find the book, the digital book. So as soon as they click here, they will find the book there. They can download it in their devices and then wherever they are, they can read it. It wasn't easy for us to move in this process by finding PDF books, because every summer we were relied in our library, or we were guiding students to borrow books from the library or to sometimes even to buy. But knowing and maybe let's say not knowing what the summer is bringing and not knowing if the students will be able to move and go and buy and purchase the books that they are assigned, we said that we are going to make it simpler. Maybe we will not be able to assign the most wanted books or really the books that we wanted, but we will try to find the book that is PDF and that is a good choice for them. And that also it's in line with their Lexile level.
So
as you can
Ujkane,
see, yeah.
Sorry. So also the teachers really gave those suggestions, right?
Yeah, absolutely. This is MAP team. We were working together. So everything was done together with teachers. So I have to admit that let's say the skeleton of the plan was put by our team, MAP team. But then we have guided the teachers, and the teachers have found these books and adapted for their grade levels.
And so really, I think this is remarkable. I mean, such comprehensive work. And really, you facilitated all of this. You did help set the skeleton, but you helped people make it easy for them. And really, I know that you were saying that Khan Academy has done similar work. But really, what I see very different, Ujkane, is that this connecting the teachers with their choice, students with their choice, you've made it easy for them to access it. But I think there's a personalization here that Khan Academy can't do.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm interested, how do you feel like all the teachers are on board to give feedback during the summer?
I think that we are all understanding the need. We are all understanding the need that our students have, and that if we want our work to be easier when we go back, we should really stick to this. So yeah, We have talked many times that even teachers are tired. They really need to in a way disconnect, but it's difficult as teachers, as let's say as leaders as well, to disconnect when we are in so many uncertainty, right? So we are all the time thinking what is what is our school going to be like from September? Are we going back? Are we doing this? So there are a lot of questions, but this is something for sure that we can control.
Mhm.
This is in our hand, and this is something that if nothing else we can control and predict. This is something that at least we can keep ourselves proud by doing it. And I'm hoping that everyone is seeing it like that. But my impression is that let's say about I'm not giving a percentage, but majority of the teachers are in this mindset now.
That's really great accomplishment. You should feel really proud.
Thank you, thank you. I just hope the students will find it interesting and important as we are
Mhm.
seeing it.
Mhm.
Um, so this is then Albanian part. We have written it in Albanian, but I can tell you what it is. So more or less, we have used the same process. We have added here the name of the book. It's again PDF, and then the book report. They can click here. You see, they just click here and they can go and find their PowerPoint and add the information that are required there. And this is for upper elementary school. So what is important to say is that, as maybe you have forgotten, but Albanian teachers, what they did, they adapted this format. We use the same name, the title, 10 facts for the book, but they are different. So questions inside are different. Let's say grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, they have different questions. Then 4, 5, they have different. And then middle school and then high schools, they just go deeper and deeper into analyzing the books. So this is, again, an idea that we talked, that MAP team in a way came in agreement with Albanian department. And then absolutely, it was just one meeting and they did all of this work by themselves. And then they just sent it to me and I just attached the hyperlinks into this material. What this teacher did, let's say Mariklena, she has also added here another link, because you see in Albanian we added only one book, but then we said, okay, can we do something for those students that might want to read more, but they might not have a book. And then we found a link. They can just click here and there are a number of stories, short stories and novels in Albanian. So we added here, this is not obligatory, but it is students can do it if they want. Another thing here that is written is that this is a compulsory for Albanian speaking students, or for students, even international students, who have learned Albanian, not as Albanian as a second language, but as Albanian as a first language, because we have a number of students who have been living in Kosovo for a long time and their Albanian is quite fluent. Let's say in my class, I had 3 students who speak Albanian fluently. So they are in this group of students who will have this, let's say, this task as a obligatory task to do. Whereas the others, let's say those who have joined us recently or who are still struggling with Albanian, this is not obligatory. It is just optional if they want. Okay, so do we have any comment or any question regarding reading? So this is for students entering grade 5. If you look at this file, you will see that I have the files and the plan for each grade level. And all of them have the same process. We tried to make, to follow the same pattern. so that it will be easier for everyone. Let's say if we had a family who had 3 children in our school, 1 in 1st grade, 1 in 5th grade, and 1 in 8th grade, we didn't want to give something different for each division, but we want it to be a kind of uh, it's a kind of same process, same um, skeleton, if you can say, but only the information are added based on their grade level. So yeah, um, let me now go and see for math. This is math action plan, again, based on RIT score. And it is for grade 1 to grade 11. And yes, we will be using Khan Academy, as I mentioned before, and the whole plan will be personalized based on their suggested area of focus. So when we look at MAP report, students' profile report, in the report, we will see what is the instructional area that needs more attention to be improved. So based on that, we have agreed with math department to focus in that area first. So June's assignment will be mainly based on suggested area of focus. And then let's say July's can cover also second area of focus, and then August assignment can be something as a revision of the whole material that they had. So as you can see, there will be 3 sets of assignments. The first one is set in June, the second in July, and the last one in August. And all the parents and the teachers and the students are advised to check their emails and to check their Khan Academy accounts during every beginning of the month, because they will have assignments there that will be sent to them. But also teachers are going to send reports to parents on their results. So we have, even though our students are informed, and this is not something new for them, how to open a Khan Academy, how to log in, or how to find their assignments, but no matter that, we have tried to give them a screenshot, or let's say photos, that even if they forget, let's say they are second graders and they forgot how to log in, or they forgot how to find their assignments, we wanted to make sure that through this guide, they will be reminded in case they forget something. So here we have attached the screenshot of every step that they will need to know when they are away from us, away from the teachers. Yeah. So this is a math program that we created, as I said, just after a few days after we informed the teachers, the parents, and the students. We came across this summer Camp Khan 2020 that Khan Academy has prepared. And as you can see, they have the similar process as we had, and it is explained here. We recommend selecting a course in the grade level that the students will be entering in the fall, just like we had for reading. Let's say I will send 4th grade students a program that says students entering 5th grade. So as you can see, we have used here the similar approach to this. I would recommend everyone. I have met a math department of my school again to consult them about this and to see if it's more worth it to go with this plan or with our primary plan that we had. But we didn't want now to confuse everyone and to go back and say again and say like, no, please forget about what you said earlier. Now we have this.
Right.
Because, it's that time of the year that we want to minimize confusions. So even our plan will not be that far from this, okay? But maybe this would be easier, okay? This would be easier. So yeah, this is the reality of what teachers, school leaders can use for reading and math during this time. We are happy to have this now. It is free for everyone. If you click here, you will see message to parents, message to students. So everything is detailed here. And I highly recommend, if schools haven't still seen this, to take a look at it closely and to use it. Why not? So yeah, Miss Shannon, and everyone, this is more or less what we have prepared for this year. All this material, these resources will be published in our website. And for any concern, any question that you might have, please feel free to ask us. I am more than ready to help you, and more than ready even to ask for answer, even if I don't know the answer at that moment. So I will give my best to try to come with the answer and to help you.
Thank you so much, Ujkane. I think people are a little bit awed. And so, but I'm wondering if you have any questions, Miguel or Christina?
I want to congratulate you, Ujkane, and your school for the incredible work you did with this. I find it very detailed, and it's